Zambia has accumulated a lot of debt.
We've seen also markets differentiating.
Zambia eventually defaulted in 2020 and has been struggling to restructure that debt ever since.
Its creditors rejected a proposed debt restructuring plan.
The Zambian government has reached an agreement with a consortium of private creditors.
It's better than the deal that was on the table in October. It does give significant debt relief to Zambia.
To give us a chance to reorganize ourselves.
You and I are lucky. You must always remember.
Debt restructuring. This topic has been trending on Zambian social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. So I thought I'll dive in, do some research and make this video. Zambia has had a record of poor debt management. In 2015, the IMF was concerned about how Zambia was managing its debt, and it suggested that the government should invest in infrastructure that will help boost the economy. Then let's dive into 2020. Yes, the year of COVID-19.
I'm declaring a public health emergency of international concern.
It's a new type of coronavirus. As this virus continues to ravage the world,
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
During this year, we saw the world economy is shutting down, lockdowns, the rise in unemployment, and the fall in exports and imports due to the virus. That year, Zambia became the first country to default on its loans. A loan of about $42.5 million, which it owed to bondholders. That same year, the Zambian government asked for a tax break so that they could reorganize themselves and then continue paying the debt. But the bondholders rejected that proposal, making things worse. Let's look at Sri Lanka, the country in Southeast Asia. They had so much debt that they owed China. There was a port that was newly constructed in their country. The port was constructed by a Chinese company. But due to the fact that they couldn't pay back part of their debt, the Chinese government had to get the port. Not really by force, but it was through a lease. The Sri Lankan government had to give the port to the Chinese for 99 years, leased it out for 99 years, because they had defaulted on their loans. But now, let's talk about debt restructuring. What is this debt restructuring? From the way I understand it, it's when an individual, a company, or a country tries to avoid defaulting on their loans. So they try and renegotiate the terms of their loans with the people that loaned them the money. Usually they will ask to decrease the interest or ask for more time so that they can pay back their debt. In 2023, the current government tried to renegotiate or restructure the debt, but that proposal was rejected by the bondholders. This was due to the fact that they didn't find the proposal appealing. So, just last week, we saw news everywhere, on newspapers, on television, on Google, that Zambia had finally and successfully restructured their debt. So the debt that was restructured was the debt from 2022, 2024, and 2027. These are the debts that were due. So the restructuring is for about $3 billion. And Zambia mainly owes China, India, and other loaning companies, international loaning companies. So I tried to dig in and find out information about the restructuring that happened, but because it was a closed door meeting, they signed NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. So much of if any of the information about the restructuring, it's private. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what was discussed and what the effects will be if, for example, we default again on the loans. All that information is sealed up. We don't know what's happening. But let's just look at some of the effects of defaulting on loans. Investors lose their confidence, the economy of the country gets crashed, and inflation rises in the country. And my thoughts about it are just, I don't know, it's not like the depth is clear. I think some people may have misunderstood. Like from some posts I saw online, some people may have misunderstood what debt restructuring is. I think, in my opinion, I think the government just asked for more time to pay back the loans. Simply that. But anyway, people, let me know in the comments below what you think and comment below. And if you're new here, you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So remember to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you on my next video. Peace.